So much love in a touch. Show my gratitude. And every time we touch, girl, it's so divine, yeah, yeah, yeah. And every time we try so hard to blow each other's mind, because she got style, grace, she got attitude. So much love in a touch. Show my gratitude. Yeah. Do my best to make sure you know it. No need to speak, I let my actions show it. Yeah. All is peace whenever we're together. Sun shines on us, never mind the weather. No, and every time we touch, girl, it's so divine, yeah, yeah, yeah. And every time we try so hard to blow each other's mind, because there ain't enough words to write a song that you truly deserve, baby. There ain't enough time to measure how you stay on my mind, stay on my mind. I wanna thank you, darling. I wanna thank you, for your love. I wanna thank you, for your love, baby. I wanna thank you, darling, for your love. I wanna thank you.
We'll be here for summer, then we're gone. We'll be here for sunrise, then we'll fly. How much time do you reckon we have left to say the words unsaid? And how many days would you say that you had spent living out your regrets? a clear blue sky, and then we'll fly.
Hello, 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 and welcome to another Live with Lisa. I am Lisa Latour, and I am just happy to be here. Um, and I don't know. I'm glad to be here because as I posted on Instagram earlier, I did not feel well. And that's because I was doing too much. And I don't know if anyone out there has had the gastric sleeve surgery, but I did. And if I do too much, my stomach is not happy and she is not having it. If I drink water, it will not stay down. If I do anything other than sit my behind down, it will not, it will let me know that I need to chill out. So that's exactly what happened. So most of my day I spent trying to recover and, get ready so that I could show up here for you all and bring the message that was placed on my heart. Um, I am the creator of Live with Lisa, as well as How Did You Get Here? I go live every Tuesday at 5:30 on Facebook and YouTube. Woo, I'm on YouTube, y'all. I celebrate every little victory, every little step, because what I'm learning in this journey of being a creator and an entrepreneur is all the big stuff that you see is made up of a bunch of little steps behind the scenes. That is so true. Lots of little steps behind the scenes make the big production. And if you are a small team of one or two, you know that it takes a lot of, you're doing a lot of stuff just to get set up. So I'm thankful that I have the opportunity at the speed of grace and celebrate every little victory that I am making as I go forward in doing this and showing up and all of that. But just like I learned today, I got to take care of me, because no matter how hard I push myself, my body is going to tell me to chill out and sit down. And if I don't do it on my own, my body will do it for me. So that is a lesson learned. So I'm just going to jump into the topic for today. It is love the skin you're in. Oh, it's such a nice slogan. It is such a nice concept. And if it was as easy as saying it, there would not be as many people out here struggling to do it. And I know because I have had to go through a journey to loving the skin I'm in. And I'm actually still on that journey because as life goes on, I'm changing. I am changing every day. And so are, all of us are. All of us are on that journey. And we have to decide while we're on the journey to either make the most of it or to sulk through it, or, be upset about changes. But I am choosing to go on this journey, go through the changes, and learn to love myself with every change. Because if changing is not something that is going to stop, then the process of me loving myself needs to continue as well. So I am happy to be on that journey. But how do you live that? How do you live loving the skin you're in, especially when there is not one perfect person on this planet? We can look at those commercial boxes that beauty is placed in and say, they're lucky because they are beautiful, or they're lucky because they're thinner, or even they're lucky because they're thicker. They got this and they got that. But in reality, the average person has something that they are not pleased about when they look in the mirror. And I am one of those average people, where I have had to learn to love all of me, and go through that process. But for me, it started not with the lipstick. The process of me becoming and living out loud, that's where I moved into, wearing the lipstick. But the process of me loving myself didn't begin with any products. It began with me looking in the mirror and finding that one thing that I was going to focus on and that I was going to love the hell out of. That thing was my freckles. I have a little bit of freckles on my face. I got a few around my eyes. You may not be able to see it with because of my makeup. And then I got like this line of freckles that's on my cheek and on my neck. And I love them. I decided that if I wasn't going to love all of me, and this was almost 10 years ago, I decided if I wasn't going to love all of me, I was going to find something and start there. Now, my freckles weren't the only thing that I loved about myself, but that is where I decided that I was going to enjoy that part of me. So what I did was, when I would look in the mirror, I would go close to the mirror and I would look at those freckles. And then with me doing that, then I started focusing on my skincare and making sure that my skin was clearer. Now, I got good genes, okay, in the sense that I don't have a lot of skin problems. Now, there are other areas where my genes, I'm not a fan. But when it comes to my skin and how it complies, especially with when I have a routine going, I typically have clear skin. But if I'm not taking care of me on the inside and the outside, it shows all up in here. Okay. Just actually for the past couple of days, because I haven't been drinking enough water, all of this has felt like a drought. Like I put my moisturizer on and my skin just feels like it's wheezing. Like, come on, I need some water. So I've been I took notice of that and I started drinking my water again, drinking more water. I started doing, making sure that when I moisturize, I do a little extra massage, and I take my time. And that's where it began. I focused on one thing And little by little, I decided I'm going to focus on something else. And I'm going to focus on something else. And you can say, Lisa, but like you said, you have skin that complies with, you know, your skincare routine. If you doing right, your skin doing right. And to be honest, there are some people out there, it don't matter what they do. They drink all the waters and they see a dermatologist regularly. They have to go the extra mile in order to have clear skin. Well, you know what? Like I said, there are other areas of me that I'm not a fan of and I am learning to love. Recently, I posted a picture, two pictures from a photo shoot that I did. And I talked about my arms. And to be honest, in that photo shoot, while I enjoyed doing those photo shoots, it was hard for me in a way because my arms were out, because that is an area that I have decided recently, like past 2 months, that, all right, Lisa, you taking care of your skin and you loving all of that and this, that, and the other. Now it's time to love on a area of you that is a little harder for you to love. And I started realizing the truths about that area of me. That's how I am being able to navigate through the journey of loving my arms. Now, can I say honestly that I can walk out the door walking around bare arms, no problem, look at my arms in the mirror and say, I love you. I'm not completely there yet, but what I can say is that I'm not going to dislike that area of me anymore. And I decided that 2 months ago. I decided I am not going to dislike that area about me anymore. And what I did was I started talking to myself, Lisa, not one time have you met a child who has said, I don't like your arms. Not one time. In fact, they love them. These soft, cuddly arms is for them just what they needed. They snuggle up in them. I have had kids who just met me, grab my arms and hold on to them. And so that's what I focused on. You know, the positive parts, not what my inner bully has showed up and repeated to me over and over again from a message that I got when I was a kid. You know, I decided that I would not attack myself in that area anymore. And there are other parts of me that I have done the same thing with. I can embrace, and I have loved on and, you know, just work through my ideas of what beauty is. As far as me, I have zeroed in on my gifts and my areas where I thought wasn't as appealing, and that I have decided, you know what you were told and what you are telling is a lie. That article that I talked about last week about Tamara Mowry and how she says she made an agreement with the statement that was told to her, those lies that were told to her about how she is the ugly sister. I had to identify those areas where I have, or those lies that I have made an agreement with and decided were truths. And I exposed those lies, and I made the decision to not believe them anymore. That is how I have been able to love the skin that I'm in. No, it's not something that happens overnight. My body will probably change. Most likely by next year, I'll be looking a little different. And as I get older, I'll look different, and I'll have to adjust my views based on my perception of what beauty is. That's what this is all about. Identifying what your perception of beauty is and challenging it. Because if it is not uplifting you, if it is not serving you, if it's tearing you down, if what your ideas, your original ideas are bullying you into shrinking and bullying you into not living and loving yourself, then it's time to challenge that. And it's not easy. It's going to take some tears. It's going to take some really going back and forth with, how you feel. It is going to take some looking for people who look like you and seeing how they do it. That's why, honestly, yes, the influencer world is booming right now. And brands are capitalizing off of that because people are actually tired of trying to live in that box that the branding and marketing identifies as these are the things that are easier to digest. These are the things that are worth loving. And anything outside of that box is not worth loving. There are lots of people who have decided that is not true. I am going to love me just as I am. And they are out there. They are doing just what I'm doing. They show up and they are giving the message and they are inspiring people. And if you need that kind of support, look for it. Start looking for it. Look for it on social media. If you are really thin and you need some examples of what it means to be confident in your super thin body, there is somebody out there doing it at 105 or 125 or whatever. There is somebody out there, a group of people out there, women who stand over 6 feet tall, who are still walking just as tall as they can be and not shrinking back because of their height. Because, again, that box says you have to be within a certain height. There are women out there who are size 24, 26, 28, size 30, who are living their best life, who are addressing those issues of body shaming. And they're doing it out loud. You just got to get on the search. Get on the search. And if you need some help, let me know, because I follow people from all different ranges, lots of influencers, because how we view ourselves is important. And to be honest, in today's society, the mental attacks are worse than what they were before. They have gotten worse. So it's time out for us to be, living in this bubble of not liking ourselves, because that is taking a toll on our mental health. That takes a toll on how your children see you and how they view the world. That takes a toll on just your quality of life. So it's really important that is something that you address. And if you want to address it, you can. Okay. And just like there are other people out there. Hi, Miss Evelyn. There are other people out there addressing this issue out loud. I'm doing the same thing, and like I said, we are not in this alone. I'm not in this alone. Just keep showing up and asking questions and, search for what you need, because although the mental attacks are higher at this time in our lives, resources, we got more resources at our fingertips than we ever have had in the past. I mean, when I graduated from high school, I was still using the encyclopedia books in the library to write papers. Now I can write a whole research paper from the resources off of my computer. I don't have to step foot into a library. I can actually log into a library on my computer and read the books from there. So, yes, seek out those resources, seek out the help that you need. Reach out to me if you need a point in the right direction. But the day to start, if you haven't already started, the day to start is today, okay? Not tomorrow. Don't put it off, because it may be hard, but you don't have to go out and spend a whole lot of money to stand in the mirror and address, your imperfections. You don't have to go out and spend a dime to address the lies that you have believed all your life about you. The one who is fearfully and wonderfully made. You do not have to spend any money to begin that journey. And if you are on that journey, bravo. Keep going, because the journey doesn't end. It does not end. We have not arrived. None of us. Okay. Even that person you see that may be a perfect person, or they may be on point, they have not arrived. Okay. I don't care what you look like, and I don't care what your money look like. I don't care what your job look like. You have not arrived, because change is inevitable, and we do have to work through that change, but we don't have to suffer through the change. So that is my message for you all. I thank you all for coming and hearing what I have to say. I am thankful that God chose me to deliver these messages. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about my future, and I'm excited about the opportunity to celebrate your wins as well. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And those of you all who are watching the replay, I hope that you all have a wonderful day, night, whatever. And just be amazing wherever you are. Wherever you are in life, wherever you are in your journey to loving yourself, wherever you are economically, age, size, gender, be amazing there. And start today if you have not. Thank you so much. This is Live with Lisa. Bye.